Michelle Sagona is in Illinois now with the story of Megan Nichols.
Megan's mother says she walked inside her teenage daughter's room right here in this house to give her a kiss goodnight. However, her daughter wasn't there. And from that night forward, Megan would never be seen again. A young girl's missing.
She gave me a hug and told me she loved me. And that's the last time I seen her.
But what happened?
I flipped that light on and I seen him pressed up against her, up against the wall. I just knew.
Small town gossip.
That's bull. That story sucks. You are full of crap.
Or the truth.
That's the last person that Megan did try to reach that night.
All leading to an explosive discovery.
I was just shocked.
It's the 4th of July weekend in Fairfield, Illinois. Fireworks, barbecue, and for 15-year-old Megan Nichols, a bicycle ride.
She said, "Do you care if I go on a bicycle ride?" And I said, "I don't care. Just don't be doing anything you're not supposed to be doing."
But Kathy Hutchcraft knew she never had to worry about her well-behaved only child. The high school sophomore was a good student and avid member of their church, and she loved to sing, as seen in these home videos.
My relationship with Megan was very close. We did everything together. I was a single mom for a lot of her life, and a young mom, so we were very close.
And on this holiday weekend, this close-knit pair has plans to shop. So when Megan returns home from her bike ride, they head out. But the trip's cut short.
She told me she didn't feel good, and she wanted to go home.
Kathy Jo drops her daughter off at home, and Megan says she's going to bed.
And she gave me a hug and told me she loved me.
Kathy Jo heads back out to finish her shopping. She's gone an hour. When she returns, all seems normal.
I didn't check on her right away because I assumed she was asleep.
But then, perhaps mother's intuition.
And I just got this sick feeling that I needed to go check on Megan. And I went upstairs and she was gone. I just knew. I knew it was bad. I immediately called my mom.
In a panic, they head straight to the police station to report Megan's disappearance. But according to them, the police response wasn't what they hoped.
Well, she's not been gone no time. There's nothing we can do. Basically, go home and hopefully she'll show.
Kathy Jo and her mother head back to the house to look for clues.
We went back upstairs, and I pulled her blanket back. And that's when I found her phone. And when I picked it up, oh, my heart sank. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real.
And then things get even scarier. The phone has been wiped clean. All photos, messages, contacts, and every sign of Megan deleted.
I just started crying. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And my mom said, well, we're going to pray. So we went into Megan's other room, and we knelt down to pray. And there was a note.
Yes, a note. And it's from Megan.
Basically, it said, Mom, I love you, but I'm never going to be happy here. Don't come looking for me, because why spend a lifetime looking for somebody who doesn't want to be found?
The writing appears to be Megan's, but the words are not, according to her mother.
This does not sound like my daughter at all. To me, it was borderline cruel. If, knowing my daughter the way I know her, if those were going to be her last words for me, it wouldn't have been those words.
Then, with those harsh words still lingering, Kathy Jo gets a lead.
A friend had messaged me, have you checked the bank accounts? No, I hadn't. So I got online and I checked the bank accounts, and sure enough, money had been withdrawn on July the 3rd around 2:00 p.m.
The same time Megan went on that bike ride, and in an unexpected twist of fate, Kathy is about to see Megan once again. The last images of Megan were from ATM surveillance video. It showed her riding her bike up to the bank, withdrawing money. That was right before she vanished. Megan's parents contact the bank.
We just went and explained to them what was going on, and asked them if they had video, and sure enough, Megan was at the ATM on that day. We've seen that video.
A final glimpse.
And that's the last time I seen her.
Megan's family offers up evidence of the phone and note to police. Then investigators begin doing their own digging, and they don't have to go far to find a promising lead. And it's a shocker. Megan's own father.
Megan's father, Jackson, had some warrants out against him. He was of age and the young girl was not.
That's right. Megan's dad is a sex offender.
They arrested him. They asked him if he knew where Megan is.
How does that make you feel?
Angry. How's that?
15-year-old Megan Nichols is missing. Police zero in on someone close to her, Megan's estranged father, who is a sex offender.
I had 15, 12 armed men show up and say, "Where's your daughter? You are under arrest."
U.S. Marshals pick up Jackson Nichols, now living in the Tulsa area. He's thrown behind bars and held on a federal warrant showing he's an unregistered sex offender. How does that make you feel?
Not very good. Angry. How's that?
Especially since it was all a huge mix-up. In 1997, a then 18-year-old Jackson was dating a 14-year-old girl. And when the girl's mother found out, Jackson is charged with 2 counts of nonviolent sexual assault. But over a decade later, when he's pulled over for a traffic ticket, Jackson got a big surprise.
I am now a registered sex offender, and I'm on an FBI watch list for 10 years.
Ends up, it was just a clerical error.
Literally within 5 minutes, my case was dismissed, and I was escorted out the door.
But somehow the dismissal paperwork doesn't make its way across state lines from Illinois to Oklahoma. So when Megan disappeared and cops looked into her father, a warrant was issued.
They let me sit in Tulsa County Jail for almost a month because they forgot to file paperwork. It took extreme measures for someone to call and harass them. And finally, they set it out, and I got out.
Jackson was cleared as a possible suspect in Megan's disappearance.
I can't claim to be a real parent or a good parent. My ex-wife did all of that, and she did an amazing job. I didn't know that I could be this angry or this sad. It's I'm at a loss for words.
But Megan's mother never considered her ex-husband a viable suspect because she has her own suspicions about what happened to her daughter.
Fairly soon before her disappearance, Megan was seeing a young man.
But according to friends and family, there was just one problem.
A boyfriend of hers that she was seeing.
He was with another girl.
The boy was also in a relationship with another girl at the same time.
They say it was a good old-fashioned love triangle.
There had always been this other girl, and I asked Megan if she was going to prom because she had mentioned going to prom with him. And she's like, "I didn't want to tell you this, but he is taking this other girl."
While Megan takes the news in stride, her mother, not so much.
I'm tired of it. I'd had it at that point. He's using her and you, and you're done. You know, you're 15, he's 18, this is over.
But was it?
She kept staying in contact with him, so I took her phone from her. So one evening, I wanted to check her phone just to see if she missed anything important.
Ends up, Megan wasn't missing a thing.
I seen this text conversation between her and the boy, but I could only see her side of the conversation. And it was happening as I was looking at her phone. So I walked upstairs and I'm like, "Megan?" And she's like, "Yeah." She bounces out of her door. And I said, I'm seeing a message between you and him here happening. And her face just, like she was had, you know. I said, where's your iPod? She didn't answer me. And my heart just sunk.
And it was about to sink even lower when she reads the text messages from her daughter's iPod.
She had made the comment that she couldn't stand me, and she just wanted to get out of this house, and his response was, I just want to come get you right now.
It was enough for Megan's mom to put a stop to what she calls a forbidden teen romance.
So I called him from her phone, and I said, don't contact my daughter again. This is over.
But still, it wasn't over.
On Memorial Day 2014, we had all went to bed. And I woke up about 9:30, and it's not uncommon for me to go up and check on Megan. When I went up there that night, she wasn't there. I'm in panic mode. This had never happened. Megan had never left without telling me.
Megan's gone, but not her phone. And there's a recent text from a female friend, which simply reads, okay.
I called that phone number back, and the boy answered.
Megan's mom calls police.
And while I was on the phone with the police, Megan came walking from our backyard.
But whatever happened between Megan and this boy that night or the next few months leading up to her disappearance, no one can say for sure. But one thing was certain, according to Megan's cell phone records, as seen here.
The last 3 calls, I want to say, that she made before she disappeared or supposedly ran away from home were made to this boy.
And then there was that ATM surveillance video. Megan's mother says there was more to see than just Megan's image. There was something else in the background.
In the very back of that video, Jared and I could see a car. Looked exactly like the boy's car. At the very end of the video, after she had disappeared from it, a few moments later, you could see this car pulling out.
According to Kathy Jo, Fairfield police claim there was no car in the video, and Megan's parents haven't seen it since that fateful day. But Megan's mother says there was no denying one thing she saw that day. Her daughter went missing.
This boy was at some point washing his car within 24 hours after Megan's disappearance, early in the morning on a holiday. Suspicious? I don't know. Maybe a little unusual.
And what does this boy have to say about all of this? We went looking for him to get his side of the story. We didn't end up finding him, but apparently he had plenty to say on his Facebook page. He writes in part, okay, this has gone on long enough. I had nothing to do with this, and that I have nothing to hide. I am not in the video as she withdrew her money and ran from her family. This is the first time I've spoken up to defend myself. I shouldn't even have to defend myself if I'm not involved. And police seem to agree, saying he is not a suspect.
That's bull. That story sucks. You are full of crap.
But Megan's father believes he knows why. The boy's own father is an Illinois state policeman.
I guarantee if he was my 18-year-old son and a 15-year-old Illinois state policeman's daughter went missing, this would be a whole different scenario.
When we reached out to Fairfield police, they would not speak to any claims made by the family since this is an ongoing investigation. The Charlie Project, a website set up to help solve missing person cases, lists Megan as an endangered runaway. But no matter what, Megan's family is holding out hope they'll hear their daughter sing once more.
It's not unlike Megan to come down the stairs singing, or even if she was in her room, she would play her ukulele and sing, and we could hear it. I still look for her. You know, she should still be there.
Take one more good look at Megan Nichols. She was 5'6" and weighed about 111 pounds. She'd be 18 years old right now. If you have any information on her disappearance, you are asked to call the Fairfield Police Department. That number is 1-618-842-2151.